Yes, I have started the recording. Thank you.
Okay, good morning once again, colleagues. Welcome to the Research Capacity Development Unit Welcome and Information session. My name is Dr. Chandri Pillay and I will be your facilitator today. I'm also joined by the rest of the RCD team who I will introduce to you during the presentation. So before we begin, I would like to start off by thanking all of our attendees for taking the time to join us today and welcome and congratulations for the new academic year. So again, we'll just go over some housekeeping rules. If you do have questions during the presentation, please raise your hand if you would like to speak or type your question into the chat box, and then one of my colleagues will then indicate to me to address the question. The session I mentioned earlier is recorded and the presentation slides will be uploaded to Moodle communities by the end of the week. And lastly, a feedback survey will be sent during the session on the chat box. We would like to please request for you to fill this out for us to gain insight on whether these workshops are useful, and it is also used for reporting purposes. I'd also like to state that to obtain a certificate of attendance with us, you'd need to have attended the workshop as well as filled in the survey. So now that we have officially introduced the session, I'm going to play a brief marketing video about RCD and our services, and thereafter I will go through each offering that we have. Okay.
Welcome to the Research Capacity Development Unit, the Graduate School. Together, we focus on developing postgraduate students, postdoctoral research fellows, academics, support staff, and researchers by offering training, assistance, and growth opportunities. We achieve this by providing workshops, mini-courses, digital resources, seminars, forums, panel discussions, writing consultations, events, and competitions. To find out more about our activities, visit our RCD Moodle communities, RCD webpage, RCD YouTube channel, and Postgraduate School Facebook page. Coming soon will be the launch of our one-stop shop, the RCD Management System, which will be integrated under the U-Link Services tab. Our workshops are designed to cover the postgraduate life cycle, from orientations to research planning, academic literacies, data planning, and presentation skills. Supervisor workshops are catered to go hand in hand with the postgraduate life cycle, such as orientations on understanding your supervision journey, time management and navigating the proposal, writing phase trainings on the use of and benefits of different supervision methods, tips on how to direct the data production phase, and the finalization and submission phases. Above all, we also cater workshops to professional and personal development, such as etiquette, funding, mental and health, wellness, and career preparation. Our mini courses on offer are all online and self-access. Learn a skill at your own time. Be a part of our seminars and panel discussions, which center around professional development and societal impact. Make use of our free writing consultation services, offered both in person and online. Supervisors are your students struggling to get started or simply stuck at a particular part of writing. Use our mobile, sit tight, and write focused group sessions. Contact us and we will come to you. If you're looking for a supportive environment where you can present your research and stand a chance to win prizes, then sign up for our annual events and competitions. The RCD unit hosts the prestigious Visualize Your Thesis competition, 3-minute thesis, competition, and PG and PDRF research conference. Be a part of the fun. The supervisor orientation is designed to help supervisors identify strategies to address key challenges that they face, whilst providing them with the university's expectations for supervisory responsibilities and tips on how to locate, support, and resources to become a more effective supervisor. The Postgraduate Diploma in Research Supervision is an accredited NQF Level 8 program worth 120 credits. The program consists of 6 modules to be completed for the diploma. Meet the RCD unit team, consisting of quality staff members who bring their expertise to the unit to rise above the students, staff, and university's expectations. Postgraduate students may contact us via RCD inquiries at uj.acczday. PDRFs, staff and academics, may contact us via supervision course at uj.acczday. Or visit us at APK campus, where you can also use our common room to have a quiet working environment.
Okay, and that's basically what RCD offers in 4 minutes. Just to give a highlight of this disclaimer, all our offerings, events, workshops are voluntary and not part of a course. Therefore, on Moodle, you may see that you have to complete so many units. That is just the way Moodle is set up. You don't have to complete any of the things unless it's involved in our mini courses. So all of these offerings are voluntary, and we may photograph and video for recording marketing purposes and social media. So before I go on to maybe each offering that we do we have any questions so far? You may raise your hand or type in the chat box. Okay, I'm just gonna take everyone. Oh, may I know where is the quiet room venue in APK? So let me think of describing this. So we are based at the Akanya building. It's next to B5. And I think the closest entrance would be gate 1A. So if you come up from gate 1A, you'll find a parking as well. Basically, whatever you see on my screen right now, this is what the building looks like. And you can walk into the reception and they will direct you to the common room, if that answers your question.
Yeah, there's another question as well.
Mhm.
In the Q&A, it says, what are the operating hours of the common room? Do you need to register or book a space to use it?
Okay, so the common room is specifically for, let's just say, individuals. So you don't need to register or book a space to use it. As long as there is space in there, you may use it. The operating hours are from 8 to 4. If you are looking for group bookings, then you'd have to contact the RCD unit. If you are a staff member, you are allowed to book the PGS training room. Also dependent on whether there is availability or space. And for that, you will email Megan, who is part of the RCD team. We can type her email address in the chat box. Okay, let me actually type RCD inquiries and then we'll redirect it to her. Will you also have access to the recordings for future reference? Yes. So actually, I just want, by a show of hands, if you could tell me whether you are familiar with our Moodle communities, whether you've accessed it previously, just by a show of hands. For yes, if you have accessed it. Okay, I see one, a familiar name. Okay, two. Okay, there are a few hands going up. So out of, I think maybe, how many people do we have logged on? About 60, let's just say 10 have accessed it. So what I'm going to do is show everyone how to access our Moodle community once I reach the marketing slide. Okay. Okay, great. So as long as you are enrolled into our Moodle communities, you will have access to recordings or any digital resources and that type of thing. But that's not the only way that you will be able to access it. We also have a YouTube channel for those who would rather bypass Moodle altogether. Okay, and I'll just go to that slide just now. Any other questions in the meantime?
Another question. There is another question.
Okay.
It says, is the postgraduate diploma in supervisory research offered as a separate course or part of the voluntary services?
Okay, that's a separate course, but unfortunately, this was the last year for intake. So there will be no new registrations or enrollments, but certain aspects of it will be incorporated into the postgraduate diploma for teaching in higher education, which is done by the Academic Development Center. So maybe you can reach out to them as well. So that's, I think, accredited. Yes, that's accredited as well. Okay. Sorry, Lawrence, I can't see the rest of the questions.
There is no questions at the moment. Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm just going to take everyone through the slides very quickly then so that we can stop at each aspect for those who have specific questions.
And I just wanted to notify the participants that you may now lower your hands. I see they still have their hands up.
Yes, please.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so this is our variety of offerings, but I'm going to take you through each one. So our platforms that you can find all the marketing as well as the resources or the recordings and that type of thing. We first have our Moodle communities. We have 4 in total, and they are separated by level of study. So we have coursework masters we start at final year undergrads and go up till coursework masters. That's the first community. The second one is research masters and doctoral students. Third one is postdoc research fellows and research associates. And I'm so sorry, the fourth one is cut off. It's the supervisor and academic community. So just to stop here, I will show everyone, how to log on to our Moodle community. Okay, Lawrence, can you just confirm that you've seen the Moodle community? Or Ulink, sorry.
Yes, I see your link. I see your link.
Okay. So you would go to Ulink and you would log on with your student details. You then go to UJ Moodle login. And these are all your courses that should come up that you are enrolled for this year. And specifically, you would already be enrolled into our communities, as at the start of each year, all currently registered students are enrolled into the respective communities. However, if you are not, please email us for postgraduates on RCD inquiries. And then for staff, academics, and PDRFs, please can you email supervision course. So just to give you an example of the postgraduate community, I'll take you to one of our communities. So we basically have our information, what this community is about, our different marketing platforms where you can use the links to go into. So I saw someone mentioning about the YouTube. I'll just also copy it here and then type it in the chat. So that's another place that you can find the recordings of our workshops. And then we have 2025 upcoming workshops. So for now, a lot of these would be blocked and not accessible except for February. We will release them 2 months at a time as soon as we confirm with the facilitators. But just as you can see, we already have the themes and the workshop plans. So for now, the February workshops are the welcome and information sessions for postgraduates and academics. And then postgraduate specifically, we have faculty postgraduate processes coming up at, oh, well, it's starting this week and then it's going into next week. And that's where you will be able to also register if you click on the links for these workshops. Alternatively, you get them on the announcements in flyer format. Okay. And then going back, so there is also where we would upload the workshop recordings and the resources. So just to show you, possibly 2024, which you will also have access to if you are enrolled into this community. So March of last year, we had proposal writing and time management as a theme. Just loading the tab, which doesn't seem to be working. Okay. And so you see, we list the workshop, have links for the resources or the presentations, and then the links for the recording of the session as well. Okay. Is everybody good with Moodle so far? You can just give me a thumbs up. Do you have any questions about Moodle? Okay, we do.
Raise a hand up.
Did the hand go down?
I just allowed your mic. You may speak.
I think it was Chidza.
It's Maseko. Yeah, we may proceed. We may proceed.
I think, Lawrence, if I can confirm, everybody's mic is enabled now. Am I right?
Yes, I've enabled everyone's mic. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a question, please go ahead. Or you can type it.
Hi, excuse me.
Yes.
Yes.
I put a question in the Q&A, but I don't think you all saw it. I'm a doctoral student and I'm not enrolled in the
Oh,
course.
okay.
So yeah. So I
Sorry,
was
go
hoping
ahead.
you could put if you could put the email in the chat
Yes, I
that
will
I
do
need
that.
to. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, the sound is coming through slowly, so I'm responding when you are. I will put it into the chat.
Sorry.
No problem. So yes, I will put the email in the chat, and I think what we can also do is following on from this workshop, well, maybe instead of everyone emailing us, we'll create a Microsoft form where everybody can just indicate their details as well as the communities they will be in or would like to be enrolled into. Okay. All righty. Okay, so then besides Moodle, the other platform that we regularly use is our website, which I would also like to just show everyone. Okay, not whatever you see on Moodle. Our website has information of everything that we do and all upcoming workshops, and as well as who to contact and that sort of thing. But it does not have the resources or the from each workshop or the recordings. But this is also if you just want to avoid going on to Moodle, you can say, for instance, if you want to see what workshops are coming on up, you go click into 2025, pick your community, then we have it set in a calendar format. And you can also access the flyers through here. But going back to this community, besides workshops, you'll also find a lot of our event information. So sorry, I think the university's Wi-Fi is being slow today. Okay. But basically our information is all on the on our website as well. I think what we can do is when we are emailing you, well, my colleague will be posting the evaluation link announcement, and on that announcement, you will see our webpage URL. So you'll be able to access it from there as well. So then we also have our YouTube. If you type in at UJ Research Capacity Development, you'll have access to all our recordings. And then we usually use the Facebook page to announce any of our competitions and events, as well as those that have won at both the institutional, national, and international levels. Yeah, see, we have a
for amanzi.
Does the Moodle app display? So we have a question in the chat. Does the Moodle app display only on the first semester registered modules or both semester? So it shouldn't actually be under per semester. It should actually be under all courses. As it's a continuous, it's not a module, it's a community. So I think as well, to my colleagues, when we are sending this follow-up email to the attendees of today, we can give them the access guide to our Moodle community, so which will show you how to navigate the Moodle community. Okay. So two things I have just noted to send to the attendees is a form for registering to our Moodle communities, as well as the access guide. Okay. And then lastly, since we have so many different marketing platforms, our unit is working on creating their own app. It's a work in progress and it takes quite a long time, but I think we are almost there. It will be then integrated into ULink under the services tab, but once we are launching, we will host another workshop as well as send an access guide of how to navigate the system, and then you'd only need to use the system. Okay. I mentioned our workshops. I think we can skip over these. Our many courses are available on the Moodle communities. It's on one of the tabs on the left-hand side. And basically you learn at your own pace. Our seminars, we have one per month, and they usually focus on topics for global excellence and stature, sustainable development goals, and those that are having an impact in society at the moment. And then one of our most used, I'd like to say, services is our research writing consultations, which are both available online and on site. And there is a booking link for this, which you will find on the website as well. But I do have one of the writing consultants, my colleague, Dr. Gabriel. If you would like to maybe just advise the students or say anything extra on the writing consultation section.
Thank you, Dr. Pillay. By show of hands, may you please just indicate if you can all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. I think majority of the staff has already been presented by Dr. Pillay, but so this is one of the services that we offer as RCD, that is aimed at enhancing the quality of the research that you will be undertaking. So we do offer assistance. We do offer assistance. Are we still together? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So yes, okay. So we do offer assistance both online and on site. So we in total we are 4 research writing consultants. The 3 strictly online, and myself I am on site as well as online if you require the consultation session to be virtual. So we consult across all the faculties. I think at least one of us is you have a certain area of specialization. So whatever kind faculty that you are coming from or research background that you are coming from, there is someone who is able to assist you. Okay, so some of the services that we offer, usually they revolve around you having to book a session. After you book a session, you indicate, there's a form that you have to fill indicating what you need assistance with. And also on the when you are making the booking as well, there is also information on the kind of services that we offer and that which we do not offer, like for example, editing of your work, manipulation of your work, proofreading. So you will see that the services that we offer usually just include, submission of your document about 48 hours maybe before the time of the consultation. It could be a chapter of your thesis or dissertation. It could be a draft journal article. For the services are also for both postgraduate students as well as academic staff as well. Okay, so that includes chapter of your thesis, draft journal article, proposals, conference presentations, and so on. So usually during the consultation, we simply walk with you through the document that would have submitted. We give pointers on how you can improve your piece of work as related to that which you would have highlighted that you need assistance with. So the services include clarity, issues of clarity, conciseness, precision, grammar, argument, coherence, structure, and the writer's voice. So I think also the link, we with the assistance of my other colleagues, a link can also be added, on the chat box, where that you can use if you would like to make a booking consultation with us. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gabriel. Do we have any questions for Dr. Gabriel? Okay, none so far. But I would also maybe like to just reiterate, Dr. Gabriel, that during October we get quite busy with the appointments for the research writing consultations. So I would advise everyone to plan accordingly. We know October is during thesis submission time. So maybe start booking an appointment with the writing consultants, even if it's just to start a relationship with them, so that they are aware or comfortable with your writing, so that it's an ongoing process. Okay. Sorry, is that a question? Can hear someone? No. Okay. Okay. All right. And then for supervisors specifically, if you do have a group of students and a specific topic that you want to be covered, we have something called the Sit Tight and Write sessions, which is basically a 3-hour session where the writing consultants will give a presentation on the topic or the area of interest that you need taught to the students. Thereafter, it will be a practical exercise with them. And then the last part to it is to go over some of their writing as well. So if you do have or you do require the service, you can email Ms. Megan Engelbrecht as well. But again, we will share all the important links to everyone following the session, or you can find the links on our website. You'll just go through the tab that you are specifically looking for. Okay, and then a highlight of our unit is the events and competitions that we host during the year. So our first one is the Visualize Your Thesis competition. It's the first competition of the year that's on the 30th of May. So this one is basically, it tests your digital literacy skills. You make a 1-minute video of your presentation. The 3-minute thesis competition is basically one slide, no animations, and you present your thesis in 3 minutes. And then lastly, we have the postgraduate and postdoctoral research conference, which is now biannual, and it starts from the level of postgraduate diploma right until postdoc. So I see many familiar names over here in this meeting that who have already submitted their abstracts. So just to give you a little bit of an indication, we will be giving you feedback a month from the date that you submitted or after this first round of closing. There are 4 rounds in total, and the last closing date for abstract submission is the 30th of April. So I just like to say that these competitions, apart from networking and building your communication skills, there are also prizes as well. And each institutional winner, let's say for the Visualize Your Thesis and 3MT, goes on to the national and international levels, which is greater opportunities for networking and prizes as well. Sorry, that went skip. Okay. Apologies, it seems to be lagging. And these are just some of the pictures from our most recent events, the Visualize Your Thesis competition, the 3-minute thesis competition, and just to give a shout out to Muskasu, who was the first UJ and South African winner at the international level for 3MT, the global competition. Yes, she won the People's Choice Award. And then this is some of our conference photos, types of prizes, poster presentations as well. And then we have the supervisor enrichment orientation, which is separate now to the postgraduates. For the supervisor enrichment orientation, it's usually focused on entry-level supervisors, starting off at PDRFs, or it can even be for those academics that would like a refresher. And this will be on the 9th of July this year. But again, do not worry, our communications come rather frequently through the Moodle communities and as well as on the website. So once the call goes out, we will notify everyone as well. Okay. As I mentioned, the postgraduate diploma. This was the last year for registration, so I am going to skip over that. But we do have a question in the chat. Abstracts are submitted for which activity or conference? Those are for all 3 competitions. And when the call goes out, so for instance, the conference call has already gone out for abstracts. There has been an expression of interest flyer that goes out. And then specifically for the presenters, when they register the expression of interest, they are then an automatic email comes to you with a link for downloading the abstract, which you then have to submit to us. So we are currently on the 2nd round of accepting abstracts, and the last round is in April. So if you can submit, the earlier the better. And then for Visualize Your Thesis, the abstract call will go out on the 1st of March. And for the 3-minute thesis, it should go out on the 1st of June. Okay, and then I did mention in the beginning that I will be introducing you to our team. So our director is Prof. Penny Govender. We have Ms. Megan Engelbrecht, the RCD administrator. We then have 2 teams, the postgraduate portfolio, which consists of myself, Ms. Pila, and Mr. Asani, and then the PDRF staff and academic portfolio, which consists of Dr. David and Mr. Ntuli. And then if you have any queries, you can email for postgraduate students RCD inquiries at uj.ac.za. And then for the PDRFs, academics and staff, it's supervision course at uj.ac.za. And that's the end of my presentation. I actually did want to go back to the Moodle specifically, but we don't have to use the presentation. So by a show of hands, again, for those of you that have been enrolled to our communities already, if you can please just confirm that you received an email about the UJ adopting the mobile app now. Okay, I don't see a hand. So
can you repeat that, Dr. Pilting, a bit?
okay.
Yeah.
Last week we sent out an email indicating to participants enrolled into our Moodle communities that UJ has now adapted a mobile app and there will no longer be emails coming from our announcements. So instead, the notifications go through the mobile app. I was wondering if anyone has seen that notification yet.
Yes, I've seen the notification.
Okay, thank you, Knowledge. Okay, not yet. Okay, so some have and some have not. But to give everybody a little bit of a brief background of that, last year UJ adopted the Moodle learning management platform. Before that, it was Blackboard. So we did a switch over. And this year, UJ has now decided that there will be no emails that come through like last year. So last year we used to post an announcement, an email would come through to your inbox. However, this year they are now implementing the mobile app, which you'll have to download on your phone. And any announcement or communication that gets posted on a module is not just specific to our RCD communities, it's institution-wide, a module as well. So if you enrolled into a module for any of your degrees, the notifications will come on the app instead of being emailed. So I suggest everybody downloads the app on their phone to make sure everyone stays up to date with the notifications. Okay, and that's the end of my presentation. But before I close, I'd like to know if there's any questions. Okay, are we all feeling all right with the
Someone
information that
asked,
we have?
what's the name of the app?
It's
Someone
Moodle.
asked. Yeah.
So you, it's easily searchable. You type in Moodle it's available, sorry, on the Google Play Store and on the App Store as well. But remember, you can access your Moodle through Ulink. However, to stay up to date with the notifications, instead of logging on online, you will download the app on your phone. And then while I'm here, our upcoming workshops, I hope everybody is aware of them. For the rest of this week, we're having information sessions for the different support services that are available to you. For example, later on today, we have StatCon and Postgraduate Fund Management. So StatCon is the unit that helps you with your quantitative research design and statistical analysis. And then the Postgraduate Fund Management is the unit that handles all the funding for postgraduates and postdocs. So this is a full list of all the support services that are available to you during your journey. And then the postgraduate community has a second theme this month as well, which is faculty specific. So they'll be going through processes, right from registration to examination. So please also sign up for those. And then for the PDRFs, I think a flyer went out on Friday, as well as the academics. Your theme will be embarking on your supervision journey. So again, you can visit our website or our Moodle communities.
Here's
Okay.
another question as well. It says, good day, Dr. Pillay. I'm very interested on the likes of the VYT competition this year. Is there a schedule for deadlines? I may have missed this info.
Yes, there is a schedule for deadlines. I think what we're going to do, besides even putting it on the Moodle community, I can turn this into a PDF and send it to everyone that was that attended today. So there's 3 things now: the Moodle registration form. Sorry, the second one was the access guide for Moodle, and then the third one will be this presentation. So if you can see my slide, which is going to jump, I'm sorry, because of the transition. Here are the deadlines, but we will send you the PDF version as well. And then someone else asked, I tried logging into the app with my Ulink details, but it didn't work. Okay, so that you'd probably have to reach out to the CAT team, since they are the unit that deals with Moodle. Lawrence, can I just confirm the email with you?
Yeah, I'll just put it down in the
It's help desk.
yeah. Yes, it's Moral
Okay.
Cat. I'll
If I can
just put it in
please,
the chat box.
thank you.
All
And
right.
then Knowledge, you have your hand up.
Yes, actually, I wanted to say the same thing that I've downloaded the Moodle app. However, as I try to do the thing, I'm not succeeding in that. So I wanted to ask if I could just get some help on that.
Okay, I see. Has everybody logged into Ulink yet for these for the attendees that are having issues with logging into Moodle? Just before you contact CAT. So it may be also that you have to set up your student account if you are a new user. You'd have to put in a password and things like that. That's number one. Or if it is not working and you're putting in the correct details, please, Lawrence has put in the email address for the unit that oversees Moodle. So you can email them as well. Okay. That okay. Someone saying they're trying to log into Moodle and it says I cannot Jackie, if I may just confirm, you logged into Moodle and then you tried searching for our course and it says you can't enroll yourself to our course specifically.
What causes it?
Okay.
Then I can just enroll her quickly.
Okay. So what we're going to do following the session I mentioned is that we would rather just send out a form where those that are not enrolled into the community, you can fill in your details there so that we don't have to go back and forth on email, and then we'll try to get you registered as soon as possible. For those having Ulink or Moodle login issues, please email moodle@uj.ac.za.
I think someone is also having a saying password ready but cannot log in on the mobile.
Okay. I think for those students as well, if you are not receiving feedback on that, by today or during this week, we are having an information session with CAT tomorrow at 10, where I think Mr. Damons will take everyone through navigating Moodle as well as the Moodle app itself.
Yes,
So
tomorrow.
please
Yes.
sign up to that session as well. It's always easier to speak to someone than email someone. So I guess also use these opportunities to ask questions, use these workshops as an opportunity to ask questions to the support service contacts. If everyone is happy, I think we can close the session. Just by thumbs up. Are we all happy with the information today? We are always available on RCD inquiries and supervision course. You can also find our numbers on the contact us tab on the website as well. For those of us who are abroad, are we able to have team sessions? This is a question from Sloan. Most of our workshops are online on Teams. If I'm answering or interpreting the question correctly, most of our workshops, even our writing consultations, are online on Teams. Usually around this time, it's either 10 to 12 or 1 to 3 that the workshops are scheduled for. But if you do miss a workshop that you were really interested in, again, the recordings are there and the presentations are there on Moodle. If that answers your question, you can maybe just give a thumbs up or you can clarify further. Okay, maybe, okay. Sloan, you can maybe unmute yourself when you mean one-on-one for the workshops.
No, if we want a writing session or we need help with our research, can we schedule one-on-one sessions via Teams?
Yes, so the research writing consultations is one-on-one, and the writing consultant will send you the Teams link themselves.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. Just checking if there's any other questions. Okay, well, I hope everyone's okay with the information that we presented today. I know it's the start of the academic year and everyone will find their feet with using the services while also doing their own research, but we are here and we are ready to assist you. And with that being said, I hope that it's a good start to your journey and we hope to see you in some of our activities. And with that, I will close the session. Thank you for supporting the RCD unit once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.